Hello, my dear friends. So, I welcome you all to this new class where we are going to begin a new lesson number 10, which is about the law and social justice. We know we all experience a free life because there is a law to protect us. Think about a society where there is no law existing, where people are doing what they like. What a commotion it will be. There will be hardly anybody able to live in freedom or in peace, because we have to fear everyone every time, because we do not know what is going to happen or who is going to do what and so on. Thank God that we are living in a society that is regulated by law. People are scared to do what is forbidden by the law because they will have to face the prosecution. They'll have to face the law and they will be punished. So that fear makes the people restrain from doing what is harmful to others or harmful to even to oneself. So in this lesson we shall see how some people tend to do wrong things to others, how some people tend to practice wrong things in order to make advantage for themselves, in order to make profit in the case of business and industries. In order to make profit for themselves, they deny the rights of others. They try to do harm to others, or they make them to work extra without payment or with low payment and so on. So a lot of injustices can take place, and it is our duty to be aware about all these things. And unless we are aware, we will not be able to resist these things. So if we are aware, then we will be able to resist, and we will be able to experience the more equality, the more freedom, the more oneness among all the people in India. So let us take lesson number 10, which is speaking about law and social justice. So how the social justice is carried out in our country, how the law is practiced in our country and so on. And we know when we go to a market, we will find there are different people are there. There are people who are company, those who are running the private companies are there. There are a lot of contractors are there. There are a lot of business people are there. Then they all have one goal in their mind. They have just one intention. What is their intention? That is, they should increase their profit. They should make maximum profit. And how can we make maximum profit? When we deny the other share, that share will come to us and we will increase our share. We will increase our profit. So unless we deny others, we cannot increase our profit. So that's what people in the business area or in the market they do. They try to deny others so that we can take their share also. That is what it is happening there. And for example, people who are running industry, the owner of industry, he may appoint so many workers there in the factory, and he has to pay them wages. So as we said, his intention is also to make maximum profit. And if he gives less salary to these workers or less wages to these workers, that extra wages that are saved can go to the owner. So his profit will increase. And so government has made sure that the workers' rights are protected. So government has fixed that this is the minimum wage or minimum salary. No one should be paid below that. So if any owner or any contractor or anybody who are paying less than the minimum wage fixed by the government, then they can be prosecuted. So it is against the law to pay less than the minimum amount to the people who are working. So we have to be aware about it. So if we come to know that anyone is doing this malpractice of not paying the right wages or full wages to the people, then we should take initiative to take action against them, because that is how we can show our loyalty to the society. That is how we can contribute to the well-being of our society, well-running of our society, and so on. And this minimum wage, as I said, it is fixed by the government, and government will see it from time to time. Maybe after every few years, they will renew it, or they will review it and increase, because the life expenses are increasing year by year. If this year minimum wage is 100 rupees, the next year with that 100 rupees a person may not be able to manage his daily life, so government may make it 120 or 130. So according to the market level, the price of the things, everything government will consider and see. A person who is working for the whole day, he should get this much enough money to meet all his needs and his family, and so he should be able to save also a little bit. So accordingly, government plans out, or government decides what should be the minimum age after considering all these facts. And especially on this law on the minimum wages, which is meant for protecting the workers. So very often the workers are very poor and they have no other means to survive. Therefore, the minimum wage may be, let's say government has kept minimum wage 150 rupees per day, and the owner knows that there are many poor people around the factory. So if you give 120 rupees also, they will come and work, because otherwise they have no other work. They will be sitting whole day idle without doing anything. So the owner can exploit that situation, the poor condition of these workers, paying them, if you want to come and work, I will pay you only this much. If you want, you come and work. So such kind of conditions the owner or the employer or the contractor can put forward in order to exploit these workers, and so that extra money that is saved by not giving to the workers, that becomes as part of the profit of the owner. He will increase his profit. So at the expense of the workers, the owner is earning profit. The owner is increasing his profit. So that is against the law, and we need to be alert against such kind of malpractices in our society. And when government makes this law, or especially the law of minimum wage, it is meant for consuming the meant for protecting the consumers, mainly the people, the consumers, the workers, and so on. Everyone needs to be protected. Everyone needs to have that right that is granted to them. They should have that freedom to exercise it, and so no one should be exploited. Neither the worker nor the producer, neither the consumer nor the manager. Everyone should have their own rights. No one should be exploited. The same way, the workers also cannot demand more than what they are granted, more than what they are allowed. They also should know how much they are allowed to take. Some cases, the workers are demanding more and more from the owner. That kind of cases are also there. Many factories, there is a lot of strike by the workers, demanding more and more pay or more and more facilities and so on. So where the manager is not able to pay, then they are put in trouble. So the law should protect not only the workers or the consumers, but everyone should be able to benefit from the protection of the law. That is the purpose of the government. And in the next page, page 122, 122, there is one table is provided. So there certain informations are there. What are the laws that government has made to protect different groups of people, and why these laws are made, and for whom these laws are made, all these are there. And some columns are not filled, so it is our responsibility, the honors or the textbook uh, prescribers, they want us to think properly and find out to enlighten our mind, to find out whether we are able to think properly or not. So this chart you will find in your textbook. So few columns are empty and we need to try to fill it, and fill it with the right answer. So let us see the first one. The first law says, Minimum Wages Act specifies that wages should not be below a specified minimum. So when we say Minimum Wages Act, act means a law. So government has made a law saying Minimum Wages Act. That means the wages that are paid to the workers should not be less than a specified minimum, a specified amount by the government. So why is it necessary? Why did government make this law? So we will find that many places, many workers are denied fair wages by their employees. So many places, the owners or the employers, they are not paying enough salary to the people. They are not giving enough wages to the people. And because they badly need work, workers have no bargaining power, are paid low wages. So as I said beginning, the employer will see the situation. When he sees that there are many poor people around and they have no other work to do, then he will start bargaining. I will give you work, but I will pay you less. If you want, you come and work. So the poor people who are hungry, who are starving, they have no other option. They will agree for that low wages. So doing that, exploiting the workers is injustice, and it is against the law. So third column is, whose interest does the law protect? So why did government make this law? Minimum Wages Act law. Why government made? For whose interest? To protect whose interest? The law is meant to protect interests of all the workers. So this law is meant for helping all the workers who have no proper wages, and particularly farm laborers, people who are working in the farm, construction workers, factory workers, domestic workers, and so on. So these people whose work is not permanent, people who are working in the farm, people who are working in the factory, in the construction site, and as a domestic worker and so on, they have no permanent work. So the employer can challenge them sometimes. If you want to come and work, I will pay you less. So out of poverty, out of less bargaining power, the people may agree to work for low wages, but that is against the law. If anyone is paying them low wages, they can certainly appeal to the court or to the police station against such kind of injustice, and the law will protect them. So that is one purpose. Now there is another law saying, law specifying that there is adequate safety measures in workplaces. So there is a law made by the government saying that in the workplaces where the people are working, there should be enough safety measures should be there. For example, there should be alarm system in case of there is any danger, maybe fire or earthquake, such kind of danger is there. There should be an alarm system. An alarm should be rang so that everyone will be alerted and they will be able to run out of the factory in order to save their life. Or there should be emergency exits. So in case if it is a big building, there should be emergency exit where the people will be able to come out faster in case of fire or any other accidents. They should be able to come out in the emergency case. That is called emergency exit. Then there should be properly functioning machinery, and the machineries, the machines that are in the factory, they should be working properly. So many places the owner or the manager, they do not repair the machines, the old machines. It is time to repair or replace, they do not do it. In order to save the money, they go on working with that old machine, and sometimes that machine will can explode, it can do harm to the people, the workers, and so on. So such kind of things are not allowed. They should make sure that every machine is in the working condition and it is safe for the people to operate, otherwise they will be in danger. Let's see why it is necessary. Why is it necessary that there should be safety measures, emergency exit, properly functioning machinery, and so on? So it is to protect the lives of the workers. So wherever they are working, especially in the factories, in the big industries, and so on, where people are working in dangerous situations, or danger can occur anytime. So in such cases, people need to save their life. So there should be an emergency exit for them to come out. And so all this is necessary in order to save the life of the workers. And who are the people benefiting from this law? Is mainly the factory workers, mainly the factory workers and people who are working in dangerous situations like electricity, working in the electricity department, or people who are working in the fire stations, and so on, or people who are staying in the big tall buildings, and so on. All these people will be benefiting from it. Then the third, let us see another law requiring that the quality of goods meet certain prescribed standards. For example, electrical appliances have to meet safety standards. So government has made another law that says that the goods that are manufactured, especially the electrical goods that we are using, that should have certain safety standards. So after manufacturing these things, there should be a safety check whether this thing can function properly or not, whether it can burst or not, or whether it can do harm to others or not. All these things should be checked, and if it is harmful, if it can burst, then it should be banned, should not be allowed to sell in the market. So government should make sure that there are officers are there for safety check. The company has to get the certificate of okay, this is functioning normally. That certificate should be there, otherwise it should not be sold in the market. And we call it ISI mark. Every good product, every standard product will have ISI mark. Then we can believe that product, it will be functioning properly, it will be a good normal product. That is very necessary, that when you buy electrical things, and so just check whether there is ISI, it will be written there ISI, that mark is there or not. Then this is necessary because consumers might be put to risk by the poor quality of products such as electrical appliances, food, medicine, and so on. So government has put this good quality requirement because when the people are using it, maybe let's say an electrical thing, when the people are using it, it can cause danger to their life. Sometimes things are bursting. When we connect to the electric plug and put on the switch, the thing is bursting and the person can get damaged, or person can be injured, or people even can be killed. Or sometimes food, the food product, lot of food items are produced and packed and sent into the market. So before sending it to the market, they have to do this testing and prove that this is good for consumption, it is mm, good for health. Otherwise we will eat this food, will get sick, or sometimes even can die, and so on. Same way the medicines are meant for saving life, but some of the medicines are made by fake companies or not so expert people, and they send it to the market and people use that medicine and they get different types of allergies, sicknesses, or some of them even lose their life. So this law is made so that people will be able to consume good things. So for whom this law is made? Is meant for people who are buying things. We can say consumers. People who are buying things or using things, they are called consumers. So it is meant for protecting the rights of the consumers, protecting the lives of the consumers, so that they can continue to mm, live longer and healthy. Otherwise, they eat wrong food or eat the wrong medicine and they spoil their life, they spoil their health. Or people who use electrical things, and instead of getting benefit from these electrical things, they spoil their life. So all these things can take place, and that will be very harmful to the people. So that is how the government has made different laws in order to protect the lives of the people. So nobody can put the life of others at risk. In order to make my profit more, I cannot say the workers should work in a unsafe conditions. I cannot say I will produce any kind of thing and sell in the market, and whether it works nicely or not, I don't care. And in India, when we look into different markets, we can see lot of duplicate things are there. Some of them are bursting when we use. Some of the mobiles, when we connect to the for charging, it is bursting and the people get injured. There are so many other appliances are there which are not functioning properly. When we buy, it is good, after some time it gets spoiled. So all these are against this law. So we can complain against this company for producing this kind of wrong things or low quality products, and government will take action against them. So we have still 3 4 laws more are there that the government has made in order to protect the lives of the people, and we shall see them in the next class. For today we shall wind up, and we will continue to see what are the laws government made and why they have made and so on. So thank you for listening. Have a nice day. Bye.